Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the Canadian Safety and Health Roundtable. This is one of the first events that we've held of this type in the Canadian provinces, and I'd like to thank the host local union, its leadership, and its contractors for partaking in this important event. You have with you our General Vice President, Darrell Abacan, also our Executive Director of Safety, Steve Rank, and our new Canadian Coordinator of Safety, Jeff Norris. The work that ironworkers do is demanding. The environment we work in is hazardous. And that's why we must all work together for one goal, to ensure that everyone returns home safely every day. It's a personal interest with us and our members. We have our members, their families to look after. But it also has a significant impact on the local union or on their contractor, their employer, if there's a fatal incident on the job or any accident. We can talk about the cost competitiveness, but that pales in comparison to the personal loss that everyone suffers when we have these type of incidents on the job sites. When you look back through our history, our early history, the founding of our union was really based on safety. 100 years ago, we lost 1% of our membership to fatal accidents or injuries on the job site. That would translate today to over 1,000 ironworkers. We've come a long ways from that number. You look back at the years before in the United States, we had Subpart R, the regulations that govern steel erection, and the average went anywhere from 25 to 80 in a given year. 2007, 2011, that dropped down to 17.5 fatalities per year. And during that time, companies instituted many things to try to make their jobs safer. Zero tolerance. But it still did not get us where we wanted to be, and that is at zero incidents, zero fatalities. And when I came into office in 2011, we decided we were going to make a statement. We were going to have a zero program. We were going to reach zero fatal fatalities for the ironworkers in a given year. And we've worked hard to begin that, and our progress has been substantial, but it's still not down to zero. During 2012 to 2013, we only had 8 fatalities each of those years. That's almost 1/3 of the rate of the United States ironworking industry. In 2014, we did not start off well. We had 8 fatalities in the first 6 months of the year. But since that time, since we had a stand down and a call to action by our members and contractors, we have had 0 incidents since July. On our job sites, it only takes a moment of inattention for an accident to occur. We've seen many safety officials, safety monitors on the job site, but they can't look out for everybody every moment. That comes down to a member-to-member responsibility, how each member has to look out for the people he's working with in his gang and for others on the job site. And when we do that, we show the success. And that's why we believe we have seen the incidents drop down to half of what they were formerly. And it all comes from communication, a common message and action from labor and management. From management to ensure that their job sites are oriented correctly, that their management team has the best interest of the worker at stake, and that the worker himself is performing the task as instructed with the skills he brings to the skills he brings to his trade, and the support of his local union. We have many safety initiatives that we've instituted that have helped bring these numbers down in the United States, and we want this to be translated to the Canadian provinces. The regulatory action I spoke of, Subpart R, that drastically decreased accidents and injuries in the ironworking industry, came about through federal regulation. We hope to get many of those same regulations put in place in Canada. And most importantly, anything that we can measure, we can improve. And the more we track incidents on the job sites, no matter how minor, the more we can find ways to engineer them out of the workplace. And of course, during all this time, the worker remains #1 priority. His worker rights protected from unjust filings for bringing safety to the attention of his employer. And when we all work together, when we all have a common goal in mind, the mutual benefit is untold, and we will reach 0 fatalities and 0 incidents on the job sites. And that's what we have the roundtable discussions for. That's why we want to sit down, find the best practices throughout North America, how we institute them everywhere to have our goal of 0 incidents. I thank you for your commitment. I thank you for your interest. And I thank you for what you will do to help us reach a 0. Thank you.